Hi guys, I'm Jasmine and I don't really have an intro thought of yet. I just tried to do like 3 different intros. None of them really felt natural. So I'm just going to get into the point of the video. I decided that I do want to share this idea. It's about healthy manifesting. Well, it wasn't about healthy manifesting at first. At first it was just about the the significance of learning to control our thoughts and appreciating our thoughts and tuning into our thoughts, which I'm going to get into. But then by the time I wrote the last line and then went back up to title my page, I was like, this is all about healthy manifesting, and I didn't even realize that first. This is what I wrote. Healthy manifesting is the title of my journal page. Our thoughts will show us where we are and what we're aligning with. Sit back and observe your thought process. How do these thoughts make you feel? If the thought process doesn't align with peace, hope, love, and joy, you need to alchemize immediately and every time. Let me put on my windows. Hold on. I just hate having the windows up. It makes me feel stuffy. I love fresh air. I literally ride with the AC on and the windows down, or I ride with the heat on and the windows down. I always have the windows down. But it got very windy. We need to be controlling every single thought. What I was talking about in my last video was, you know how we get into manifesting and then we're asking ourselves, like, do I really have to control every thought? And they're like, no, because thoughts don't really create your manifestations. It's the feeling that creates the manifestations. But the truth of the matter is, yes, you need to be controlling every single thought, every single one, because our thoughts are communicating. You know what? I'm jumping ahead. Let me keep reading. Hold on. How do these thoughts make you feel? If the thought process doesn't align with peace, hope, love, and joy, you need to alchemize immediately and every single time. Because we are always and only manifesting. Every single thought is essentially leading to a manifestation. In addition to alchemizing, appreciate that thought pattern for communicating with you, where your traumas reside, where you're manifesting out of lack, and why you're manifesting opposite results. Our subconscious mind is always communicating with you, and it's important to listen. I'm just going to lock my doors because, not like on some judgmental shit, I'm just noticing several people walking past my car. They're not worried about me at all, by any means, I know, but it's just like I need to have my doors locked because I'm reading. I'm not even paying attention. Our subconscious mind is always communicating with you, and it's important to listen. Me personally, as somebody who's constantly practicing alchemizing every single thought, at first it might sound challenging. It might sound like a lot, because what do they say? Don't we have like 66,000 thoughts per day, something like that? I don't know. It's a lot. And no, we can't control everyone, because essentially our thoughts are coming from our subconscious mind. But when we're having them, we can take note. We need to be paying attention to ourselves, to our mind, to our thoughts, enough that we recognize when we're having self-depleting thoughts. Even if it's not self-depleting and it's just a very simple, damn, I hope I make it to my destination on time. I'm going to make it to my destination on time. When I get there, everything will be exactly how it's supposed to be. Nobody's even going to notice that I was 2 minutes past the time I was supposed to be there. It's okay. I have the grace. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going how it's meant to be. I am safe. I am welcomed. I belong. Just constantly alchemizing every single thought. Especially if you're somebody who is struggling with any sort of anxiety or PTSD. We are all struggling with a trauma of some sort. We all have room to alchemize, to become aware of our thoughts, alchemize them, and do better for ourselves. Manifesting subconsciously and out of an unhealed mind leads to manifesting out of ego as opposed to intention. This is what causes the opposite results to manifest, because we're manifesting out of ego, because we're manifesting out of being unhealed. We're manifesting from our trauma. Instead of, I want to give like a very specific example. I need to think of something like, oh my gosh, me with my YouTube channel. So probably in like every video that I post, I think at some point I mentioned the fact that like I'm currently not on social media. I'm actually not the most comfortable, but yes, I am. I'm so comfortable right now. I feel comfortable. I feel impactful. I feel inspirational. I feel like I'm doing something that matters. I feel like I'm sharing my wisdom. I feel like I'm giving back. So that's what I mean. Like anytime a thought that feels so natural, like you just acknowledging how you feel in that moment, that's good. We need to acknowledge how we feel, but then immediately alchemize, immediately transmute. Because if I sit here and tell myself I'm uncomfortable, that I'm going to create this video and then just save it to my drafts like I do with every other video, that's the pattern I'm going to continue to find myself in. So even if I don't feel like I'm going to actually edit this video and post it tonight, I'm still going to tell myself I am creating this video, I am editing it, and I am posting it, and I am creating an impact. That's it. I'm not, regardless of what my 3D looks like, regardless of how it feels, knowing that I've been making videos for the past 3 weeks and not posting anything. Actually, I've been making videos for the past year and barely posting, but that's no longer my story. That's no longer what I'm claiming. I am comfortable on social media. I have a voice on social media, and I'm creating an impact on social media because all those things are important to me. So that's what I'm going to tell myself, regardless of what I did yesterday, regardless of what I feel like I'll actually do later. Those are the only thoughts that I'm going to think. Those are the only words that I'm going to speak. And that is successful and intentional manifesting. Because manifestation happens instantly. So if I tell myself in this moment, I don't want to be redundant. Like, that's not my point. I'm just making sure my point is coming across clearly. If I tell myself right now, I'm going to make this video and then just save it to my drafts, I'm not going to do anything else with it, I just damned myself. And I refuse to damn myself because my tongue is powerful. My tongue has strength. My tongue holds weight. I'm constantly praying for power behind my tongue. So why would I even damn myself like that? Even if it's a thought that's not detrimental, doesn't feel or sound damning, if it's anything opposite to what you desire in your heart, it's damning. Transmute it. We know that our thoughts create our feelings, and our feelings create our state of being. So that's why we say, like, directly, you don't have to feel guilty if you have a negative thought, because that thought isn't automatically going to automatically create a manifestation, isn't automatically going to create your state of being. It's going to lead to a feeling, and then ultimately those feelings are going to lead to your state of being. But that's why we want to alchemize every single thought, because the more that we tell ourselves the story that feels best for our nervous system, the more we tell ourselves the story that we want for our reality, the more that we will feel like that's what we deserve, that's what we are worthy of, that's what's on the way, that's what's already here, that's what we've successfully manifested, that's what we can expect for our tomorrow. That's how you get into the feeling state, by training your thoughts to only and always align with how you want to feel and what you desire. All right, guys, I'm back and I'm better. I had to change location, so let me resume where I was. Anything that you sit here and you dwell over, that you're thinking about, it's stirring up a feeling inside you. You always have the ability and responsibility to alchemize and transmute it. From thought leading to feeling to leading to state of being, if you kind of reverse that, if you sit here right now and you acknowledge your state of being, acknowledge, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel overall, though? What would you say your demeanor has been within the past 3 days, the past week, the past month? Have you been happy? Have you been hopeful? Have you been scared? Have you been anxious? Acknowledge your state of being. Have you been depressed? Have you felt lonely? Have you felt in love? Have you felt creative? Have you felt inspired? Truly and honestly acknowledge how you've felt as a whole. And then think about how you feel right now as you think about how you felt as a whole. Do you feel like you're doing a good job? Do you feel like you need to do better? Do you feel like you're falling short? Do you feel proud of yourself? Personally, I feel very proud of myself. I feel proud of myself because I know that I am completely on track and aligned with my desires. Even the ones that haven't materialized in my 3D world, I know for a fact it's not that they're on their way, it's that they're here, and I am becoming that person more and more every day. Whatever that, regardless of what that looks like, regardless of how many things I'm asking for, I know that I'm aligned with all of it. And the reason that I feel proud of myself is because I have those feelings that I just explained. And by the way, those were also affirmations. That was me describing my state, but also affirming what my state needs to be, like affirming what my state is. And it's that because I continue to tell myself that every single day. I tell myself I'm doing well. I tell myself I'm right on track. I tell myself everything works out for me. I tell myself I'm aligned with my goals. And I take inspired action because I believe myself. I completely and wholly trust myself and believe myself. And I also just have so much faith in God because he's shown me so many times where my faith will take me, what my faith can bring to my life, you know? So I feel so proud. I feel so aligned because I am alchemizing every thought that crosses my mind. Any negative thought, even if it's irrelevant to my goals and it's something, like I said, like, I don't like the way I look today. I don't like my hair today. Down to the smallest insult I could possibly think about myself, my appearance, my journey, my abilities, my reputation, no matter what the thought is, if it's not the most uplifting and positive thought I could possibly think for myself, alchemized immediately. Because why would I ever do the opposite? We are always and only and constantly manifesting. So why would we ever even give space for an opposite desire or result to manifest? If we're always assuming something regardless, we might as well assume the best case scenario. We're always assuming something, always. So you might as well assume best case scenario. That will allow you to manifest from faith as opposed to ego. And that's where we want to manifest from. We want to manifest from, I serve the Most High God. The Most High God provides for me. The Most High God protects for me. I trust the Most High God. We need to stop serving from, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't, he won't let me, she said no. We need to stop manifesting from limitations and manifest from infinite possibilities, because that is the only energy that aligns with the unlimited, limitless Most High God. We know that fear is not of the Lord. Fear is not of the Most High God. Faith is. Faith is being aligned with God. Faith is telling God, I love you so much. I trust you so much. I believe in you so much. Fear is the exact opposite of all of those things. So when we are having self-depleting thoughts and manifesting from ego and manifesting opposite results and failing to alchemize and allowing our subconscious thoughts to run rampant and fill our conscious minds with such negative thoughts, which pours out into our reality, we are so disconnected from faith. We are operating in fear. We are operating in lack. We are operating in ego. And that is a space that we want to move out of, and we can and should move out of instantly and immediately. It doesn't take anything. You don't have to become good at it. You don't have to practice it. You don't have to work on it. You will declare right now in this moment, I am aligned with the Most High God. I am operating from a state of faith. I am a master at manifesting. I alchemize every thought to be the best case scenario for my reality, for my journey, for my path, for my purpose. I operate out of love instead of ego. I operate out of peace. I operate out of joy. And my prosperity prospers others. And yeah, we just want to bear in mind that manifesting is instant. The moment that you make up in your mind that you can, you will, you're worthy of, you just give it to God after that and allow it to pour in. The ball is now rolling. It is now in effect. And remember, I'm going to mess this up a little bit because I don't actually remember the actual law. I'm going to be honest. But every object in motion remains in motion until a stronger force stops it. I think that's what the law says, right? Like an object in motion remains in motion. So that means your manifestation is constantly manifesting, whether it's good or bad, until a stronger force stops it. So if it's a negative self-depleting thought you're having, stop it with the very strong I am better than that thought, I am stronger than that thought, I am healthier than that thought. If it's a good manifestation that's in motion, which automatically is the moment we set our mind to it, don't stop it. Don't allow any force to come in, any force from your subconscious mind to come in and disrupt that thought. Continue to tell yourself, I can, I will, I am, every single day. And every single thought you think, everything should align. When you start acknowledging your thoughts and allowing your thoughts to tell you where you are, what you need to alchemize, and actually putting in the effort to alchemize, and just a little bit of mental effort. It doesn't take much. It just takes a little self-faith and faith in the Most High God. That's all. Once you start doing that, you'll notice that all of your thoughts start to align. All of your thoughts will just naturally align with peace, with victory, with love, with ease, with joy, with pleasure, with creativity. Everything that I want to manifest or that you want to manifest, you'll start to realize you only have to become one person to achieve all of those things. And that one person is the best version of you. The best version of you is somebody who has the capacity to hold all of these blessings, to hold all of this strength, all of this power, all of these manifestations, all of these miracles. Everything is in alignment. Everything is connected. That's why it's so important to be mindful of every single thought, not just the ones that revolve around your goals or what you consider to be important. Every single fleeting thought is important. Don't beat yourself up if you're still having thoughts that aren't the most positive, that aren't the most affirming, that aren't the most uplifting. The thoughts are just telling you where you are right now, what you need to work on, where your traumas lie, where you're hurting, where you're not believing in yourself. So acknowledge them. Thank you for showing up the way that they showed up. If you look in the mirror and you don't feel beautiful, if you don't like what you see in your bank account, think those thoughts. Thank them. THANK. Thank them. Thank them for letting you know where you're struggling. Alchemize it. Send affirmative words up to the Most High God with your tongue of power. So acknowledge them, thank them, alchemize them, transmute them, do better and be better. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for being with me. I need to think of like a good intro and an outro. I feel like I don't want to get into the whole having to say like if this resonated with you, subscribe, if this or that. Like, guys, we're either on this journey together or we're not. Like, I have no desire to force anything, to ask for anything. It's just like for anybody and everybody who views my videos, thank you so much for being here with me. I am praying for you always. I'm praying for the impact that I share and give with my videos. That's why it's so important to me that I finally step out on social media, step out of my comfort zone, and be comfortable with sharing my spirituality, because we don't have our gifts to hide our gifts or to dim our own lights. We are blessed with our gifts so that the Most High God can get His glory. And that's the only thing that is encouraging me and motivating me and inspiring me to step out of my comfort zone and hop on the camera, even on days where I'm not prepared to be on camera, because I can't keep blocking the Most High God. Like, the Most High God, His goodness, His spirits of creativity, His spirit of unity, His spirit of community. There's so many spirits that want to flow through each of us daily. And the more that we hide who we are, our authenticity, our voice, that's what I want to say. The more that we hide our voice, the more that we are hiding God's purpose for us. So, and I'm not trying to like talk myself up and be like, oh, it's my purpose to be on social media. It's not that, but it's just like we each have our own ways that we should be contributing to society, and I think it's so important that we are making our contributions. And sometimes it's offering prayers, and sometimes it's offering words of wisdom. Sometimes it's, sharing our testimony. I've been through so much in life. I have so much I can share and speak of based off of experience. So I want to stop hiding, and I thank everybody and anybody who joins me on my journey. And yeah, I pray your ability to think better thoughts about yourself, think better thoughts about the reality around you, and to have more faith in yourself and the Most High God. So, okay. Peace be with you guys.